Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Are we still using the right microphone here? Check, 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 check. Yeah, I think we should be good. Alright. Let us begin, shall we? Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with you. Here we go. Last run was amazing. I have a 1-win streak as a loss. That very, very rarely ends up happening. We actually got to do a seeded lost run. Well, not seeded. And we get to play as Maggie next. So I was really hoping to play as Isaac. We haven't had much of an opportunity to use the D6 as of late. Curse of the Blind on a first floor. Not that bad. Hey, this is KQPR, CY1Y, bringing you the hottest modern country on the radio, dog. Next up, we got Snoop Dogg featuring Brad Paisley, Smokeweed Every Hay. After that, we got the Friday morning fart song. Anyway, I'm going to stop stealing David Cross's jokes, and we're going to move along here. Hopefully a bomb. That's probably not going to end up coming that much in handy if I had to guess. Excuse me. Doesn't really matter if we take damage, I guess, so I shouldn't be sweating it too much. We should be sweating the opportunity to possibly get a secret room, or a second secret room, but I guess these guys are not the ones that pay out with bombs. You would expect that I would probably realize that at some point, but unfortunately, my brain has not yet internalized which of those Mullaboom-type enemies pay out and which of them don't. I realize, I used to call them human popcorn, but that train has sailed. Now I know they're called Mullabooms because of the time that we had to unlock the Lost. Ended up looking it up on the wiki, and I was like, what the fudge is a Mullaboom? No neutral flies, please. Sad Onion is, as far as first floor upgrades go, really, really nice. I mean, I like the increased rate of fire. Tears upgrades are not necessarily hard to come by, but if you get like a bad run on pills and on boss rooms, you can be pretty unlikely to find yourself getting too many Tears upgrades. Sad Onion makes it so that unless we get an item that drastically lowers our rate of fire, Polyphemus, you know, Eve's Mascara, apart from those, we're probably not gonna need any Tears upgrades. So many opportunities to get full health here. Okay, well, the dream of a Meat Boy run is somewhat alive here. I'm going to keep exploring with the hopes of finding a Book of Revelations on this floor or on the next floor, even though we don't have any keys. This will also give us a Spirit Heart, which we can use to buoy our chances of getting a deal with the devil on the next floor. Unfortunately, there's also a decent chance, like a fully 50% chance, he just pays out with Ball of Bandages. The dream is dead. The dream is dead. Alright. I appreciate, by the way, a lot of people have told me, oh, this man is never going to get Platinum God. He's never going to get the Meat Boy achievement unless he farms it. My reaction to that is, you might be right, statistically speaking, like probabilistically speaking, you might be right, but at the same time, I don't really feel like a desire to just sit there and farm up like 70 runs as Cain to try to get Meat Boy, because that sounds boring as hell to me. And it's not like anything really changes in the game after you get that final achievement anyway, so I'm in no rush to do it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't. We'll get Platinum God at some point, I'm sure. It might be, you know, a year down the road instead of a couple months down the road. Who knows? It's kind of the nature of the beast, you know, that it's an achievement that is pretty much just based on either getting super lucky or law of large numbers, basically. I didn't program it. It's the saltiest part of Rebirth for me. It's just that achievement, and I'm less salty about Bandage Girl just because I got it, but, you know, functionally they're exactly the same. But yeah, I think that achievement being required for real Platinum God was a bit of a piss off. I'm not going to say it was a mistake necessarily, because, you know, the whole point of it is that you're getting everything in the game, but it's... Most of the other achievements are skill-based to some extent. Most of the other achievements that are hard to get, anyway. You know, I don't like Doctor's Remote that much. We could use it as a bomb, but whatever. You know, like Basement Boy or something like that. Or the Boys. I guess Basement Boy's not that hard, but Mama's Boy or something like that. Or, is it Chest Boy? The one that you get for actually beating the chest with out-taking damage. Those are tough. You gotta be somewhat skillful in order to get those. Meat Boy is just a law of large numbers thing, and hopefully, you know, we get a large enough number. Or we just get super lucky at some point. But it won't be on this run unless something drastic happens. This is the first payout of a Blood Bag that we have had in quite some time, I think. Blood Bag. That's a name I've not heard for a long time. But to be at 5 HP as Maggie is pretty nice. We're going to hope to trade some of that away right off the bat. With our remaining key, We'll see how the rest of the floor goes up until the boss fight. Actually, it's not even a key cost now, so I'll probably do it. But I was thinking we'll probably buy a Spirit Heart, just in case we end up fighting the Haunt. I want to have a little bit of, or Fistula for that matter, I want to have a little bit of an extra buffer in terms of the HP that we can draw from. Wow. Now we'll definitely go to the shop, and we will not waste any time in doing so either. No Curse of the Blind. We got the Jar and the Steam Sale. No Spirit Heart, so we'll buy the Steam Sale. I think an early Steam Sale is probably the only time I can really justify picking one up. Like, an early Steam Sale when you have the money is okay, in my eyes. You oftentimes, probably on like a quarter of runs, you end up getting a Steam Sale from a greed fight. That's okay, though. We'd only need to buy 2 items for this to pay for itself. It actually probably functionally pays for itself before that, but from an economic standpoint, pays for itself after we buy two premier items, or like 5 consumables or something. I guess like 7 consumables, because they only get discounted by 2 cents. We're lucky to be fighting Pin. I should be able to get out of the Pin fight without getting hit twice. Stranger things have happened. Hopefully stranger things do not happen this time, though. Already about halfway through. Sad Onion, pretty much the DPS carry that we've got going on here. Don't try that at home, by the way. That's not like it's an advanced level strat to use ball of bandages like that, and the rewards are not that great. I'm just being kind of an asshole about it. Alright. You know, I mean, there's something to be said for taking the shovel and trying for black markets. But I think I'm just gonna... let's try it. It could be fun. If we get like 1 crawl space out of it, I'd consider that worthwhile. It's a ridiculous play, but we'll try it anyway. Sometimes ridiculous plays are how you learn things. I really should have gone to our curse rooms. Well, one thing's for sure, we definitely have Deal with the Angel Precedent. Contract from Below was a great pickup. Did I call it Missing Page 2? I hope not. In my brain, I thought it was Missing Page 2 for a while, which is not correct, but Contract from Below is amazing. And makes it so that we're going to miss the Yum Heart a lot less, because we should be getting crazy consumable drops on a regular basis. So if we get to the point where we start taking red heart damage, I will, hey. If we get to the point where we start taking red heart damage, I'll go to that curse room. Or if we finish the floor, I'll go to that curse room. Let's just assume that the last curse room would have been trash. Probably had 9 lives in it. What a shitty item that totally gave us the win last time. As the Lost. I would like to think I'm now part of like a very rare echelon of people. Not to say that, oh, I'm super talented. Basically, we got carried as fuck on that last Lost run, but I'd like to think I'm part of a very small group of people who has actually played the Lost for fun since unlocking everything, and actually pulled out a win on a non-like productive Lost run. It was the easiest one we've had by far, and I almost threw it, but that's not my fault. I mean, it is, but it's not my fault as much as it's Isaac's Heart's fault. I fucking hate this room. Come on. Pretty much fucked over our Deal with the Devil chance. Now I'm trapped here. Get out, please. These are also the most annoying champions because they fire their own bullets at the same time. A little bit overkill, if you ask me. No, stay back. Oh my god, they do 1 full heart with that shot as well. Look at this intersecting pile of bullshit that we have to deal with here. And of course these enemies take 70 hits each to kill. We gotta use the Sun card. I'm so mad about having to do it, but this room cost us like 4.5 HP. That's how ridiculous this is. Please, have mercy. Oh my fuck, you're not dead. Are you shitting all over my dick? Thank you. We got 2 keys for it, which is, you know, there's value. But good god, that was not the ideal way to handle that, I suppose would be the way that I would describe it as politely as possible. Hematemesis, not great for us in that situation. Range down is bad. Tears up is great. I think I'm gonna go fight the boss first. Well, I guess we're already making our way over here. It doesn't really matter. We don't have a D6 or anything to worry about. I've already taken red heart damage, so we should go to the curse room, but it doesn't have to be now, especially since I've lost a little HP. We still could get a Deal with the Devil on this floor. It's not that bad. Oh man, that's some cash right there. Unfortunately, the shovel did not pay out with a crawl space opportunity. That was very dangerous. One of these days. Statistically speaking, I think we're probably due for 1 crawl space or black market. Whenever it wants to show up, I'll be happy to try to take advantage of it. that came out maybe a little bit wrong. Gertie Jr. My Gertie Jr. strat is stay parallel, like stay in line with Gertie Jr. Therefore, forcing it, preferably horizontally and not vertically, because it does like multiple bounces that way. But force it to make obvious bounces. It does get a little faster, I think, as it gets hurt or as the fight goes on. But if you can force it to make like the obvious bounce and just go straight off the wall, you're in luck. Okay. Tears, please. Pageant boy. Well, it's the ideal form of pageant boy where we did pick up a nickel out of it. And if there's 2 items in the shop, we can buy them both. Thanks to not only the amount of money that we have, but almost walked right into that. Not only the amount of money we have, but also not Curse of, Steam Sale. Curse of the Steam Sale. Curse of the BOGO. Buy one, get, well, it's not buy one, get one free. It's buy one, get that one for half price. Slightly less than half price, technically. 2 more keys. I like it. Big fan. Bandages and big fan. I was looking forward to getting this item. We haven't had it in a while. I talk about it all the GD time. What do you think? You think we can knock this golden chest out of there? Nope. Maybe next time. I might just walk over it and open it. But half the shit is going to be trapped by the spikes. I would almost guarantee it. Doesn't look like we'll get another charge. We could buy a battery charge, but I don't really like spending 5 cents for like a 1 in 10 chance of maybe getting a crawl space or something like that. It's not that good. If it was a black market, for sure. And we do have money to spare, but not so much. Not yet, anyway. Could just find one randomly. Hematemesis. Useful later, maybe. Yeah, you know, Caves 1 is a beautiful time to be using Pandora's Box, actually. Got Jesus Juice out of it. And we'll take the piggy bank. Only cost us 4 cents. Because of the fact that piggy bank gives you some money back. More than happy to take it. I think that worked out pretty well. Jesus Juice for the extra damage. Piggy bank. It's going to keep our finances in a good position. We actually will get... We can't go to that. Maybe we can go to that. If we pick up this... Oh, we can't. I guess we'll just go to our curse room then. Well, now we actually can go to our boss trap room. Or mob trap room. And we got actually a very nice amount of consumables from it. And this will allow us to use our shovel again as well. I can't shake the feeling from my head that it's like somehow better to use the shovel immediately on the next floor, but that makes no sense. Like, why do I want to skip this floor? I think we're still going to end up, in all likelihood, going to the cathedral on this run. I do like using the orbital offensively. It's a risky play, but Big Fan blocks so many shots that it's also relatively, it's safe relative to other options. Let's use it right here. Alright, well, we might as well just head down, I guess. We're not missing anything. Very good deal with the devil chance on the next floor based on these demon hearts. And the fact that obviously we didn't get a deal with the devil on the last floor. We also have a good chance of getting an arcade on this floor, which would be dope, because I do have Hematemesis. It gives the Hematemesis card some use. Actually, I should be looking for second secret rooms to use Hematemesis on, but I'm a bit lazy when it comes to that, and it's a little annoying, so we'll just instead go with your standard play. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Now, by playing the Demon Judgment, we actually will get a little bit of money as well. Oh, man, I'm fucking up the double plays here. It's alright, we're getting money anyway. Balls of Steel. That's beautiful. Well worth it. Last play. Hematemesis for the extra HP. That actually worked out really well. And we got Poison Touch already. Alright, now let's get the big bucks here, financially speaking. Every play is going to be worth, like, at least 2 cents. Probably more. And there's more HP on the other room, so... Financially speaking, this is pretty excellent. Maybe you do get 2 cents every time you get hit with Piggy Bank. Now, if you just pay out with, like, HP, life's good. If we can get another blood bag, play the other blood bank. I don't think it's unfeasible to assume that we could hit 99 cents here. Now we just need to go to the shop. Yeah, now we just need to go to the shop and buy the other items that give you stuff when you get hit. Alright, Luckfoot. I mean, I think that's a pretty good option for us here. Doesn't look like you get 2 cents every time you get hit from Piggy Bank exclusively. You know you want to. Yeah, it worked out. Okay, that's 3 blood bags already. Kind of ridiculous. Sorry, Key Judgment. I just can't justify playing you. So our HP is out of control right now. And it might get even more out of control. It did. It did get more out of control. The lard pickup, it honestly doesn't seem to have slowed us down. Maybe it's the blood bags have actually sped us up. I know that they say that they don't. I can't shake the feeling that maybe I'm slightly faster now, though. Another tinted rock. And we'll take the key. I guess we'll take the half spirit heart. It's only a half spirit heart because we are already at the HP cap. So we really, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily we turned anything around here, but we've had some very good luck. We picked up like 4 HP already on this floor. Kind of ridiculous. And the luck foot, for that matter, as well, which is really going to come in handy with stuff like cursive, or not cursive, everything's a cursive now. Contract from below. Contract from below should make it so that we get a lot of double chests, and especially if we get left hand or something, get double red chests, the guppy chance is real. That's how we made it happen on the Lost run, I think. If I remember correctly, which I should, considering it was the last run I recorded, but I was in a little bit of a daze. Alright, so that is, unfortunate. Whoop! Unfortunately, just a straight ticket down to the next floor. I shouldn't have taken damage there. I overestimated the amount of damage the big fan would do. Let's just be honest about it. Probably should have been hit there as well. That was terrible play on my part. Don't do that. Playing like a little bit of an idiot right now. This is like, you know, a child actor, man. They get too rich too quickly. End up, like, crashing their Ferrari in a drunk driving incident, high on, you know, Robitussin. They were robo-tripping while driving. We got too much HP too quickly, and now I'm starting to, well, that will probably be fine, actually, but hey. Let's cool it a little bit. We did get Rotten Baby. Probably, like, the second best familiar. I like it maybe a little bit more than Dark Bum, but a little bit less than Little Brimstone. I might be forgetting about some of the familiars, but Rotten Baby I used to think was kind of, you know, bad. I was dumb. Rotten Baby is cool. If spitting out flies is cool, you call me Miles Davis. Now, should be a deal with the devil, or at least a good chance, and we did get one. And I was gonna say we gotta pay the Krampus tax at some point. Either way, I'm happy to have gotten the HP that we got. I probably should get rid of the shovel for Krampus's head if that's what shows up, but at the same time, Krampus's head shows up all the time and is really boring. Shovel shows up all the time, but we don't really get to use it, so it's kind of exciting. That's just another ticket straight down. We did pick up Lump of Coal, though, which is a pretty much inarguably better pickup for us, even though our range is not that amazing thanks to the range downgrade that we got. And also, maybe we got a... Did we get Blue Cap for, like, lower shot speed? I think that lowers our range a little bit. It's a straight-up numbers game with the shovel here. It is not paid out with a crawl space or a black market yet. Could, though. You know it in your heart to be true. That was terrible dodging, but we got lucky. Hematemesis. I mean, again, we should take this down to future floors for blood bank play. And Mom's Key is such a huge pickup for us here. What's our pill? We don't know? Amnesia. It's not so bad now. The Mom's Key pickup is awesome because golden chests in the future are going to pay out like crazy. Hopefully we get a Guppy's Tail. Oh, that was just not very smart, was it? We have so much money and a low chance, although not impossible, but a low chance of money equals power happening, so I think we might as well just come in here. Let's buy up a Spirit Heart and let's donate like a shit ton of money. Can I get myself wedged back here? Yeah, there we go. All right, and I'll just have a sip of this water here. We'll just wait on it. Whenever you have a huge surplus, seems to me to make sense to do that. We'll also pick up our key there for a little extra money. And I mean, it's shortening my backtrack to just have to walk down here, or go down the closest shovel hole. What a seemingly gross phrase. Lucky walking there, I'll admit. Shouldn't have done this so early because, you know, there is a really good chance that I take damage and get a lower chance of actually making our deal with the devil happen, but that's okay. I believe in ourselves here. We got another HP upgrade. And we made it out of there without taking damage. We're at the point where I might not even want any more red hearts, because it does make us a little bit less able to carry spirit and demon hearts, thus causing an issue for deal with the devil generation. But we'll see. Maybe we'll pick up an item like the goat head that'll render that kind of irrelevant. Very nice run, though, thus far. Not killing it in the damage department, although we're doing pretty well. But in the defensive department, this is like, you know, we're Golden Glove territory right now. Not the YouTuber and Twitch streamer, but the baseball award for fielding, you know? It makes sense, don't question it. Alright. Ooh, a stone chest. Could be a head in there. There wasn't, but we got our bomb back and a little bit of extra money anyway. I'll take the money, you know, it's always possible money equals power shows up. It's going to be difficult for us to spend enough money to lose this with the Steam sale, but especially every time we get hit, we actually gain some money back. And, you know, blood banks basically have become our bitch. Come on, Fly. Like, I'm watching you, rotten baby Fly. You're not doing a fantastic job here. You're not the best targeter that I've ever seen. You're following up on some busted leads here. You're Jack Lemmon and Glengarry Glen Ross. Work with me. Let's try... Oh, there we go. We finally got one. It is a crawl space. Now, the quarter is not that good of a pickup, but it's starting to... It at least vindicates me a little bit. We basically traded one red hard container for 25 cents right now. That's not a good trade for us. We probably wouldn't do it again. But at least anything that it pays out with now, you could start to talk about it as gravy. At least we've gotten some kind of, you know, recompense out of it. Alright. I was hoping these guys could fall down the hole. You hear that, Edmund? Try to throw that in the expansion. Make it so, like, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time style, where the enemies can fall down a hole, and they go, hey, who turned out the lights? And now, if you use that idea, you owe me 10% of your profits into perpetuity, no matter what game you've made. It's only fair. Don't you think? It's a pretty good idea, in my defense. Alright, so Demon Judgment is basically the blood banks that I've been looking for to use this Hematemesis pill on. I really doubt that he's going to cost me all of my red hearts, but if he does, we can just use Hematemesis. Oh, shit. Ceremonial Robes. Gives us full protection, as much as we can possibly have, I guess, against losing our, you know, red heart shield, basically, and gives us a little extra damage to boot. It is a great pickup, especially considering that we paid almost nothing to actually get it. And we're having some sweet synergies here with Contract from Below and Mom's Key. Every time we get a chest, we get 2 chests, and each chest pays out with, like, on average, like what 1.5 chests actually would. That's pretty solid. Now, I guess it wouldn't matter if that was like a black market or crawl space. It might just be the same as the other one. I'm not sure if that's seated floor to floor. I've never gotten 2 on the same floor. Maybe because it's impossible. Or maybe it's not. Basically, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And you already knew that, probably. But it helps to reaffirm it. Sadly. No, ugh. Oh, the crab juice. Sadly, no deal with the devil there, but that's okay. We've given up on boss rush. Not that it was ever really at the forefront of our mind anyway. Just looking to have a good finish here. Good chance of a greed fight. We've gotten to so many shops. I'm surprised, actually. We'll take the habit. I don't know what this pill is, but we can afford it, so why not? Yeah, I'll take it. Decent. I don't really want the blue candle, to be honest with you. Not because it's worse than the shovel, because it's much, much better than the shovel. But I'm enjoying shovel experimentation here. We got enough HP that we don't need to worry as much about our DPS, although it pains me and, you know, goes against all of my instincts to say that. I think we have a lot of good chances to come out of this run ahead, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'd rather learn something here. Mom's bottle of pills. Balls of Steel. I mean, it's a good pill. Is it better than Hematemesis? I don't think we really need to play blood banks anymore, considering we have 85 cents and 8 red heart containers. Your mileage may vary, I guess. Hematemesis could come in handy later in the game, but I'm operating under the assumption that at some point we may find like a sun card or something like that. I don't think it's a ridiculous... oh, okay, we're going to find out, I guess. I don't think it's a ridiculous assumption to assume that, also. It's another crawl space. This one is empty. Alright, so crawl spaces are seated floor to floor. Or not seated, at least, but you can only get 1 floor to floor. How interesting. I did not know that. This should be our last room, and I think, well, except for our secret room. Probably got a greed fight on the next floor, so we shouldn't bank on too much coming out of the shop. We might get lucky, though. And we got one more item room. We've got a boss room. We'll go to the chest for sure. Just because this run is not, like, necessarily a slam dunk. I think this is a very likely secret room opportunity here. Yeah, okay. We get tears up. Glad to have it. Range down. Health down. There's something to be said for health down, but we're not going to take it. If we got super low on HP, it would actually become an asset, but I really doubt we're going to end up spending 7 hard containers. Pretty unlikely. You know what? We can use Balls of Steel here and then take something else with us. We could take that Hematemesis pill, but why don't we look around for maybe a better tarot card? I'm not going to look too long. That's about as long as my resolve lasts there. And we'll head down to the next floor now. Still feeling great about this run. Alright, Necropolis. Bit of a annoyance, at least. That is unlikely to be a secret room on either side, but we'll try the second secret room. And we got Tammy's head. Let me see. I wish I could fly. I would be more prone to do that room if I could fly. How do I like... I mean, I love Tammy's head as an item. I love it a lot more than the shovel, to be honest with you. Which I don't think should come as a surprise. And I think it gives us cool opportunities for the future. I know people were probably liking the shovel, but Tammy's head, it synergizes so well with so many things. I gotta go for it. You know, let's reroll it all. Oh, that would probably reroll the items in the shops. Whoopsie. Which might... Actually, now that I think about it, that might reroll the shovel. Am I a genius? My blood runs cold. Did I make a mistake for which I'll be told? Nah, 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 nah. What became of the shovel? Hey, it became a forget-me-now. Okay. Interesting. No question about that. I would take the forget-me-now, even though, you know, I've got places to be today and need to shower before I get to them. I would, well, check these out. One of these is Hematemesis, right? You just give me a dime? That's top of the line? Oh, it's Balls of Steel. Yeah, okay, I'm glad we did that. I mean, I might take a forget. We'll see. Especially if we get a deal with the devil here, it would be awesome to take a forget-me-now, because we could get a second deal with the devil right after. I mean, it would be awesome to just get one deal with the devil for that matter, but if we can get 2 in a row, that could really catapult us into, like, super run territory here. Now, Tammy's head is not amazing yet, but I'm banking on the fact that one day it will be. And you got to admit, sometimes people dislike when I take Tammy's head, but if you get a good Tammy's head synergy, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful item. If we can get chocolate milk, especially, it really ties it all together. Man, Rotten Baby sucks at that room. Figure out your targeting, dog. You're targeting the wrong... Yeah, that was my own fault, but still. Still, I don't support it. Between the passive damage of Tammy's head and Rotten Baby, like, we do quite a number to enemies before we even really get started here. Oh, good, I'm stuck in here with a freaking range down pill. How much... Does it get 4? I got the tarot cards. High Priestess, death. Balls of Steel probably a little better. Had a feeling we'd end up fighting Greed, if you recall. We'll do a little rewind flashback here. Probably gonna fight Greed on the next floor. We don't need anything. I don't even like Mysterious Chocolate. I find that it messes me up. We can do it, we can do it, we can do it! It was close. But we did it. So we've already done the dice room. We still have an item room. And then we can go back for the forget-me-now if we so... But if we take the forget-me-now, we're going to lose the Tammy's head. I like them both from an absurd run standpoint. They both... I think I'm going to stick with Tammy's head. I'll explain my reasons, and hopefully this will make people a little bit less ornery about it. I guess we'll just fight the boss. Forget-me-now is cool. Here's my reason. Forget-me-now is cool. Tammy's head is cooler. In my opinion. I think Forget-me-now, honestly, is like the most... For fun purposes, is the most overrated item in Isaac. It's basically like a shitty D6 that you can only use once. And it gives you a little bit more time, which no other item in the game does, I guess. But Tammy's head is so much fun because of the ridiculous synergies you get with it, with Brimstone, you know, Soy Milk, I don't know, maybe Monstro's Lung? I can't really remember, but Charge Shot synergized so nicely with it. Rubber Cement, Polyphemus, high damage, any tier effect. I love it. We did get a deal with the devil. I feel like we deserved one. So if you're offended by my item choice, I apologize, but it's my item choice, and I think this was a good one. For humor's sake and for winning's sake. Utero 1, like, our damage is good-ish, but I'd rather have a really high damage item on a deal with the devil here. I think, you know, we've put in our time. We did get ceremonial robes, but we got ceremonial robes from a demon judgment, not from a deal with the devil. Our deals with the devil have been a little bit lackluster so far. Wish that was the secret room. Instead, 2 spirit hearts down the drain to check this out. Ooh, baby, I love your way. Lemon party, tears up. 2 spirit hearts for that is not so bad. Plus we got the money. Don't forget about the money. We really got to get out of the way here. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's another tears upgrade too. All we need is 1 balls of steel to really sort us out. Hematemesis is not what I'm looking for. Oh, I guess we did hit one of them with the Tammy's headshot. We got to be a little cautious here. Ah, but there's our boss room. So we should just play it cool. We should be able to get out of this without taking damage. Good. Very good. Alright, hopefully a relatively easy boss, or a boss that we can hit hard with Lemon Party. I was actually thinking, what if it's Mama Gertie? That's like the worst case scenario. And it really is, because we can't fly. It's pretty difficult, like this boss is very difficult to avoid the actual spikes if you can't fly. It's very difficult to even see the spikes, in my opinion. But we're gonna get through this without taking 2 hits, that's for sure. No deal with the devil, but a free pentagram is fairly solid. A lot of people don't know that creep actually slows you. Anyway, we're down to the next floor. Now I'm hoping for like a Yera rune or something. Can't really bank on it, but I want as many items as possible to give us the sweet Tammy's head synergies that I so desire. And the only place we're gonna get that in all likelihood is on the chest. Keys are out of control. This is like the most damage I've had. Well, let me try to phrase this in a proper way. It's like the least remarkable high damage run I've ever had. We've gotten no particularly special items, but a lot of things kind of stacked up together just working out in our favor right now. I think we got to say no to that curse room probably. As much as it pains me, because I like the average curse room, you know? I can get down with it. If we can bomb our way in, I'd be an extremely happy camper. Hey, we can. All right. Like, of course you got to get infamy on the run, so I don't mind getting it here, but I really doubt we're going to become Guppy, but even just some Spirit Hearts would be awesome here. Alright, 4 Troll Bombs. You can't always get what you wanna. I'm not trying to ape Mick Jagger, I'm trying to imitate the children at the start of the song, because that's about more on par with my singing ability. Let's try up here. At this point, kind of hoping we come across like some judgments. I don't really want HP. If I got it, I wouldn't be too salty about it, but they gave me some HP. I'd rather they give me some mapping. It worked. Not the best use of a charge, considering, you know, maybe we'd get a Book of Belial or a Book of Revelations or something later on this floor, but let's take a quick look for tinted rocks. I don't see one, so we'll be moving on. Even with only one of the Tammy's head options actually, or bullets actually hitting, it's a decent amount of damage, especially if Lump of Coal manages to buff it up a little bit before it lands. Our flies are doing alright. I don't know. I think this is it's a winning run. Whether or not it ends up being a 1 run is a bit of a matter of contention, but we got some time left to make this baby purr. Please, Northern Lion, never say that expression. Okay, self, I will avoid saying that expression ever again. I wasn't talking to myself, I was talking to the Northern Lion persona. That was Ryan speaking to Northern Lion. This is your old self to Northern Lion. You've really made bad plays. Why did you avoid the blue candle? And you didn't even get the Book of Belial. You'll have to forgive me. Oh, that was a total waste there, but I'm still, you know, in my sleep-deprived state. A little sweaty, you know. Not feeling up to my intellectual best, which I think is leading to the best commentary. I gotta say, you know, I'm a terrible singer, but my 1969 era David Bowie impression maybe is the closest I come to being able to ape a singer at all, even though, you know, my voice is like 2 classes deeper than his. Not to bro, yeah, dude, I got a deeper voice. I sound like a deeper voice David Bowie because I got huge balls, man. I'm not trying to brag, but it's just basically a scientific inference that my balls are bigger than David Bowie's. Yeah, he's a millionaire. He's been married to a supermodel for like 20 years. Fucking dude. But his voice, have you heard it? He's like a fucking tenor, and I'm a baritone. He probably wishes he was me, man. He probably wishes he was me. Help me. Yeah, he played Tesla in the fucking Prestige, whatever. I saw Inception opening day, so I'm basically the same thing. Christopher Nolan's a good friend of mine. Okay, those are all things I've said in real life. Oh, look at that pinball bounce there. Who do you think you are? Mike Clemens, former running back for the Toronto Argonauts? Come on. Are you nuts? I just walked over here. There's like 2 dense Toronto references in a row there. Shout out to all my Torontonians hanging down at Billy Bishop Airport. What up? Alright, please give me HP now because I walked on some spikes. Now, I didn't even talk about it, but we got a Yara rune. And Fanny Pack, which I asked for earlier and is, you know, unlikely to be super effective for me now. But the Yara rune is out of control. I'm excited. The synergies abound. And now I feel, I mean, we haven't gotten any items from the chest yet, but I feel vindicated somewhat in taking Tammy's head. Not a good use of Tammy's head there, by the way. The odds of us getting at least a semi-decent synergy with Tammy's head, I think, have to be discussed now, or they have to be, you know, considered as reasonably likely. Ah! I hate the scythes, man. Please. Look, why are we all wearing masks here? I'm looking at the zombie in the mask. Michael Jackson, probably a little bit less of a favorable comparison for me to make. Not too much for the MJ. I mean, I love the songs and the voice. I just can't sing them. You don't want to be the asshole who busts out like, you know, Billie Jean at karaoke and can't hit those notes. I'm more of like a... In the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. I'm more of that kind of guy. You know, give me Tom Waits, give me Wild Wild West, give me Rollin', give me Papa Roach, something like that. Not even my favorite kinds of music necessarily, but the only music I have the ability to sing. Oh, perfect! Goathead showing up in a prompt fashion as usual. Please. Oh, that's all right. I can't believe that this floor has gone on as long as it has. Snagged the shot there. It wasn't a great one, though. What's my ideal chest? Let's put together our ideal 8 items. Ideal. 4 all stats upgrades. Polyphemus, Chocolate Milk, Death's Touch, Holy Mantle. Sock it to me. If we actually get that, I will go out and buy a lottery ticket tonight. I recognize that that's a gambler's fallacy. Also recognize that I'm not going to share any of my millions with you after I win, which I will. These numbers are just lucky, dog. Yeah, you got probabilities? Well, I've got hope. I got faith in spades that George Michael would be jealous of. And you wouldn't like him when he's jealous. I can't do a George Michael impression, which is probably for the best. If you should go back, if you know the George Michael song Faith, you know. Man, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. That was more of a Louis Theroux impression of George Michael. You should go back and watch that music video, cuz I do all the time. I'm pretty sure it was directed by somebody who was coked the fuck out of their mind. If you're the director and you were not coked out of your mind, I apologize. It's effectively almost slander, I suppose, and I apologize for it. You know, I'm not trying to suggest that you were a drug addict or even a drug user in a casual sense. Just that the direction is frenetic. Let's put it that way. It's got some frenetic direction. And a lot of shots of George Michael's ass. I was going to say asshole, but that's not fair. I mean, it is there behind the jeans, which I think is a new show on VH1, but that's okay. Why did I get flies? Oh, it's Rotten Baby. But Rotten Baby generated like 3 flies when the Guppy's headshot hit, I thought. Sorry, Tammy's head. We don't really need a Temperance card. There's not even much point to bringing it down to the next floor, honestly. 4 room. Rerolls all the items, which doesn't really do too much for us. I don't really want to take a moon card. The Yarrow rune's too important for us. Extremely long floor here. It's got to be coming up to the end. You know what? See you later. I'm pretty confident this is the right way. I don't want to waste any more HP fighting Daddy Longlegs. I appreciate the Spirit Heart. I appreciate that I'll go fuck myself right now and get the hell out of this room. Homing bombs are actually pretty good. I didn't get a Tammy's head charge there. That's the real piss off. All right, here comes a small moment of truth, but we should be relatively well equipped to make it to the chest regardless. Yeah, that shot often gets me because I'm bad. Every time we get hit, we'll get a Tammy's head charge, which is meaningless right now, but with that chocolate milk, all stats upgrade ×4, Polyphemus Death's Touch pickup, I'm telling you, dog, we're going to be move in, move out, hands up, hands down, back up, back up. Tell me what you're going to do now. What you're going to do is you're going to die because there's just going to fill the screen with pixels every time I use it. We're about halfway through. We've done the hard half of this as well. Oh, I was a little slow on the draw there. We got out of it just fine, though. Let's throw a bomb in. Yeah, with homing bombs, that's going to get there in time, and it's going to deal some decent damage. I think it's advantageous to speed up this fight, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that logic at all. Except for that time when I completely fucked up my rhythm. But hey, I got him to do a second wave, which actually probably allowed me to do more DPS overall. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could double my DPS. It would help me get a rank of S on this darn game. They don't do S ranks in this game. The commenters decide. Well, if Northern Lion didn't drop the shovel, I'd give this run a thumbs up. Okay, Death's Touch. Samson's Chain. Fire Bombs. Pisces. Actually got that one right for once. Parasite. Capricorn. You gotta admit, 2 out of 8 ain't bad. Isn't that a Meatloaf song? I'll prevent myself from singing it. We actually got some decent synergies, I think. Cancer gives us the wafer effect. Oh, that's Pisces. Oh, you got it wrong again. Disregard. The Parasite combined with Death's Touch, combined with Lump of Coal, I think is the Tammy's Head synergy that we've wanted our whole lives. We also have an enormous luck stat right now, if you know what I mean. So I would be expecting... Oh my god, we're firing so quickly, too. I would be expecting to get a lot of chests. Possibly a lot of items out of those. Or definitely a lot of items out of those chests if we get the chests to begin with. Oh, poor Gluttony. Just didn't stand a chance in hell. I feel vindicated for taking Tammy's head now. Dashboard confessional style. How did he live there? And why would he give you Mr. Boom? Just makes me angry. My anger is like George Michael's jealousy. You don't want to tempt fate there. Because you gotta tempt fate. Anyway. That joke has run its course, I think, and people probably want me to just shut the fudge up, only they didn't say fudge. I love Tammy's Head, man. If you get powerful, it's tied to you. You know? The more powerful you are, the better Tammy's Head becomes. And that's what I respect it for. You know, it's a barometer for how you're doing on a run. Don't be one of those pedantic ding-dongs who is like, oh, you know, technically a barometer only measures atmospheric pressure, Northern Lion. Come on, dog. This ain't your, you know, 6th grade science test. We use poetic license here. Got Juicy Sack, Sticky Babies. Great item description. Not a great item. It's decent, though. Rate of fire is just out of control right now. Does Pisces really give you that much rate of fire, or do we already have that rate of fire? I mean, we have Sad Onion as well. But I don't remember us firing so quickly. Oh man, double adversary. I think I'm tackling this wrong. I think instead of using Tammy's Head in the middle of the room, we have to use Tammy's Head to try to just fuck one of these ding-dongs up every single time. So like, I'll show you, for example. Hopefully 2 enemies in the next room. 3. Come over here, hit 2. Don't unleash it in the middle. That gives you like an amount of damage to all enemies. Instead, what you want to do is just butt-fuck one enemy with it, and any extra damage that you get, that's just gravy. Because look, you do a lot of damage against one enemy. Against 2 enemies, it gets diminished. You want to hit like one enemy with all of the scythes. I'm going to all these rooms, by the way, because I'm a little pissed off that my luck stat is so good, and yet we haven't gotten any chests yet. Oh, maybe our luck stat isn't that good. I think we only got the luck foot, but I would expect some more items at least. And with Contract from Below, we're really getting, you know, 2 for the price of 1 whenever a chest does show up. Also, this is just a fun run, so I'm enjoying spending a little bit more time with it than is perhaps normal for me. Probably not going to need those keys. Oh man, Polycephalus lived because he ducked under the earth just in time. What are you going to do, dog? Your life is over. Well, that's going to do it, I suppose. We'll check for secret rooms. We'll check for secret rooms. Alrighty. Don't need that. That'll do it. I mean, we still got to win, but that'll do it. Amnesia, sure, why not? And an Eternal Heart, which actually does give us one more hit here, but we shouldn't need it. Not that much damage on an enemy that's a little tankier here, but we got the homing bombs, we got the fiery bombs, we got the combination homing bombs and fiery bombs. He's fucked. Into the pit with us. Great run. I had a great time. I hope you did too. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.